pressure against Olympia.
Yep, trying to make it tougher for him. Somebody's got to get to the middle of the floor.
See the turnovers by the half.
And Rainier Beach still staying in that 2-3 zone.
Both teams respectable in the second half, taking care of the basketball. What's important is not what you've done up to this point, it's what you do from here on out. Tight ball game down the stretch for a state championship.
They don't know what Bigelow is.
Inside the hoop by Swanson, lead down to 3.
Actually, that bad cross-court pass turned out to be a godsend because Bigelow got trapped in the corner, but he's big enough to throw over the trap.
12-0 scoring run for Olympia. A 15-point lead down to 3. DeBoard diving to save it. Can't. Rainier Beach will keep the basketball.
The Rainier Beach bench is not happy to feel that there's a lot of hand checking going on by Olympia right now.
Rainier Beach shut out this quarter. Crawford.
You don't have to shoot the basketball when you're ahead. There's no shot clock in boys high school basketball.
Bigelow getting the ball back. Again inside Swanson.
Swanson's made 2 or 3 of those moves where he's made the fake and then taken it up strong himself and finished. It's the finish that's important.
14-0 Olympia run. The Beach lead down to a single point. King wheeling, dealing, can't put back good. David King.
I was just going to say, everything's been from the perimeter. They need to get David King involved. He was 10 and 10 at halftime.
Well, just to get him a touch on the inside. Then he can kick it out if he doesn't have the shot, but there's no offensive execution whatsoever.
I'll tell you, obviously the momentum has swung to Olympia, but they've got the confidence.
Crawford with the steal. Long arms in the passing lane. 4.5 left to play, unless we play an extra few minutes.
The Beach needs to get a good look at the basket again.
Crawford fouled by Juergens. Well, Olympia with fouls to give.
Fouls to give, yes. But I don't think you run out there, and especially when one of your starting point guard picks up his 4th foul on a needless foul.
Yeah.
All you need to do is play in containment, because if there's one knock against Jamal Crawford, is he's going to burp something up. You know, he gets impatient.
So 4 fouls on Juergens. He's off of Crawford. Bigelow on Jamal. Nice pass inside to King. Can't finish. Osk with the rebound.
Shot it too quick.
Board over King. David with the rebound.
David King's played most of the way, if not all the way. A lot of beef to carry up and down the floor for the whole game.
Frazier's got to watch the 5-second count. Just beat it. Heath saving to Crawford. He says, settle down.
Bigelow now on Crawford.
Teo Jack. Foul.
Sometimes the Rainier Beach players, other than Crawford, have a tendency to over-penetrate and get themselves in what I call no man's land and get in trouble.
Neil Swanson, number 20, picking up his first foul. 13th foul against Olympia. Oh, and the lob inside, King wasn't looking for. Luckily for Rainier Beach, Heath came out of there with it. Bigelow doing a nice job staying between Crawford and the basket.
Not the shot you want. You're ahead by 3. Especially with Olympia playing man-to-man, I think you can get a better shot.
Juergens penetrating the zone.
One of the few times, and he did it and looked for his own, but he jump stopped that time, Tom, under control.
Well, it took him a moment to realize how an open shot.
Yeah.
King double team down low. Now working one-on-one against Osk. Stripped by Hansen. Too much dribbling in the low post. DeBoard. Bigelow. Olympia with the lead. 38-37. For the first time in a long, long time. Crawford back at the Bears with a deuce.
1-on-4. 1-on-4.
And Jamal's probably saying, bring the fifth guy down. I'm ready for him too.
Official timeout. Somebody got hit in the face or the eye, accidentally.
Philip Heath. That happened on Olympia's last offensive possession.
Is Philip Heath's favorite candy bar a...
I know where you're going. Don't go there. All right, here's King down low. Again, dribble. And you said earlier, bring that double team over once he puts the ball on the floor.
Well, and see what he did, and you see the finish right here by Bigelow. You see what he did? He dribbled the ball, King did to the baseline and turned his back. Once he turns his back, he has no vision of the people coming from the top side. And there's Mr. Crawford coming down and letting it happen.
Rainier Beach 39, Olympia 38. We approach 2 minutes left in this 3A championship game. Swanson down low to Bigelow. Turning on Crawford. Jamal with the defense, denying the shot. Two of the best players in the Northwest going head-to-head, and Rainier Beach wants a timeout.
Rainier Beach 20.
Anything but lay-ins, and you're the man with the ball.
John Horton, I believe, with an update on Philip Heath. John? No, he does not. All right. Philip Heath being attended to on the sideline, may have a cut over the right eye that could require stitches, so he's unavailable for these critical moments of the basketball game. Crawford missing, Bigelow with the rebound. Olympia down by 1 with the ball. 39-38, Rainier Beach in front.
The one thing that is in favor of both of these clubs, it's an odd number, so a basket breaks any tie that may occur.
And Bigelow stepping.
You know what? You know why?
Or catching the ball when he's out of bounds.
Because he was not expecting the ball. He was just running through in the baseline, and they ran a skip pass to him. He thought the ball was going to go to the wing.
All right, John Horton quickly. And steal. Swanson with it. Fouled inside by Mateo Jack. Neil Swanson. Now will he head to the line? Will they call it 1-1? All right.
See, I'm
not sure if we were going to get it on the shot or a 1-1.
He was trying to go.
John Horton now does have an update on Philip Heath. John?
Philip Heath has a pretty big gash under his right eye. It is under the eyebrow, just at the top of the eyelid. It will affect his vision. They're trying to work on him and get him back into the game, but I think it's a pretty big job they've still got to do on him.
Swanson missing the front end of the 1-1, so Rainier Beach keeps the lead. Now with the basketball, under a minute left to play in the 3A championship game. They do not have to shoot. Crawford will shoot anyway. Missed at his own offensive rebound. 40 seconds. Frazier fouled. Beach wanting the intentional foul.
I'm looking here. I'm looking for the statistic. Frazier, where are we? Ricky Frazier, 4 for 7 in the first 3 ball games. That's 57%.
But just the fourth.
My biggest question. I got one word here. Why? The only thing you shoot. That's why I say we used to have a rule: you don't shoot anything but an uncontested layup. And there's a difference between an uncontested layup and a contested layup or a pull-up.
Out situation. Olympia with a full and a 28. Beach with a full and the possession arrow pointing the Vikings' way.
You got to protect the basket if you're Olympia. You can't let anybody run out.
Osk fouling Crawford. John Kiley looking like he wants to get his team to the situation where they can put Beach on the line if they need to. Osk picking up the 4th.
In the Olympia lineup.
His 4th personal foul.
Now they brought
the 15th foul.
They brought Ammons in because he's got none or 1 fouls. They'll use him to use up his fouls, then put Osk back in.
Philip Heath. You see him tucking his jersey into his shorts back in after getting